You need to move. You're making videos, huh?
I'd just like to say a few words on this momentous occasion and introduce our Deputy Director and Chief Minister to the group that's gathered here today. We're celebrating our first endeavour with Assam, and I'm going to hand over first to Zexi's master to say a few words about the importance of the partnership in sending this great textile to Assam. So,
thank you very much. Thank you so much indeed for this extraordinary occasion today. Everything we do here at the British Museum is in partnership with people. And we have a very long and very fruitful partnership with India and with Assam as well. Starting right back with a project that Richard Burton did over 10 years ago, and when this extraordinary textile was first displayed. It hasn't been seen and on display for 10 years, and so it is an extraordinary honour for us for this to actually be on display again in Guwahati. And this is our largest, this is by far the largest textile that we have ever loaned anywhere around the world. So it is quite a momentous occasion. Thank you so much for everyone who has made this possible. It's a very long list of people, and I'm very grateful for it. Thank you. Especially for the JSW Foundation, who have actually, through their funding, made this a possibility.
High Commissioner of India to the United Kingdom, Sri Vikram Doraisamy, Mr. Master, Mr. Richard Burton, Jessica, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a profound honor for me to stand here today in this iconic institution on what is truly a momentous occasion for the people of Assam and for India. We have gathered to sign a letter of intent between the British Museum and the Government of Assam for the proposed loan of Brindabani Vastra. It is a masterpiece of sacred art and a living symbol of Assam's spiritual and cultural soul. At the outset, I wish to place on record my deep appreciation to the authorities of British Museum. Their steadfast support and for the spirit of openness and cooperation has made this event possible. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Sri Vikram Doraisamy and the Indian High Commission in London for their sustained diplomatic effort, wise counsel, and constant facilitation. Without your collective commitment, this ceremony would have remained only a distant aspiration. Today, it begins to take the shape of reality. Assam, the state I have the privilege to represent, is small in geography but vast in its civilizational canvas. For centuries, it has been a meeting ground of cultures, Indo-Aryan, Tibeto-Burman, Thai-Austroasiatic, and many others. These communities have blended to create a unique mosaic of identities, beliefs, and artistic traditions. We are home to 23 notified scheduled tribes and several other communities, each with its own language, oral histories, ritual, and art forms. The Census and Linguistic Survey record over 200 mother tongues in Assam, a reminder that diversity is not an abstract idea for us, but the texture of everyday life. Our social and religious life reflects the same layered complexity. Ancient Hakta and Saivite traditions, indigenous belief systems, sects, and religion have all found space in Assam. They have interacted and enshrined one another. Out of this fertile soil arose a distinct stand of the Bhakti movement, which has shaped Assamese society for the last 5 centuries. This was the Neo-Vaishnavite movement led by Mahapurukh Srimanta Shankardeva. Srimanta Shankardeva was not only a saint and theologian, he was a poet, dramatist, musician, social reformer, and institution builder. Through his Borgit, his one-act plays, his hotros and namghars, he democratized devotion to God. He created a cultural universe in which art, music, literature, and spirituality were seamlessly woven together. It is within this universe that the Brindabani Vastra was conceived. The Brindabani Vastra is a monumental silk textile woven in 16th century in Assam. A team of master weaver led by Mathuradas Burata under the spiritual guidance of Srimanta Shankardeva and his disciple Mahapuru Madhavdeva spearheaded this exercise. Using highly sophisticated weaving techniques, they created a continuous narrative cloth depicting the Leelas of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. This was a kind of woven scripture in which theology, narrative, and aesthetic remain inseparable. This piece, now in the care of British Museum, is assembled from multiple silk panels and stretches to nearly 9.4 meters in length and over 2.3 meters in width. Every band of imagery is alive with movement. Krishna dancing with the gopis, plays the flute, subdued serpents, surrounded by tree, animals, and celestial motifs. It is a testimony not just to devotion, but to the extraordinary technique and artistic sophistication of Assamese weaving in that era. From Assam, the textile is reported to have traveled across mountains and frontiers to Bhutan and the Tibet before eventually reaching London in the early 20th century. Here in this museum, it has been studied, conserved, and admired by scholars and visitors from around the world, including through the acclaimed exhibition Krishna in Garden of Assam. Today, through the partnership we are formalizing, this treasured object will begin a new journey, a journey back towards the land whose faith and imagination first brought it into being. For my people of Assam, the Brindabani Vastra is not just an old textile preserved behind glass. It is a part of our collective memory. Generations have sung about it in Kirtan, taught their children about it, and carries its stories in their hearts without ever having seen it within their own eyes. It represents the high point of our devotional art and inclusive spirit of Shankardeva's message. It is also signifies the deep bond between faith and craftsmanship in our society. That is why the prospect of welcoming the Vastra, even for a limited period, evokes such strong emotion in Assam. It feels like the homecoming of an ancestor. It signified the return of a beloved that we had only read about in books and scripture. The connection is intimate and personal. Every Assamese family, regardless of religion or ethnicity, feels that they have a stake in this heritage. I have had the privilege of viewing the Brindabani Vastra during an earlier visit to this museum. I was mesmerized by its detailing, texture, and the fineness of the weaving, its narrative, and the spiritual energy that radiates from it even after 5 centuries. At that moment, I knew that this profound experience should not be mine alone. It must be shared with my fellow citizens in Assam. Even if for a short duration, they must be able to witness this masterpiece in their own homeland. On this occasion, I wish to express our profound gratitude to Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi. It is due to his vision of cultural resurgence and his personal encouragement that we in Assam felt emboldened to pursue his endeavor with renewed confidence. At several key junctures, his guidance and support have helped clear the path towards today's understanding between the British Museum and the Government of Assam. Of course, the privilege of hosting an object of such fragility and significance bring with it serious responsibilities. From the beginning, we have been clear that Assam must not only yearn for the Brindabani Vastra, we must also prove ourselves worthy custodian of it. To that end, the Government of Assam has decided to establish a dedicated state-of-the-art Brindabani Vastra Museum at the heart of Guwahati. The State Cabinet has already allotted land for this purpose, and detailed plans have been prepared for a modern facility with sophisticated galleries, secure storage, visitor amenities, and landscape surroundings. We are fortunate that the JSW Foundation, under the leadership of Mrs. Sangeeta Jindal, has graciously agreed to fully fund the construction of this museum as part of its commitment to cultural heritage. The building, climate control system, display technology, and exhibition design are being conceived in close consultation with the conservation experts. The condition of the temperature, humidity, lighting, security, and insurance will fully meet international museum standards and the British Museum's own stringent loan guidelines. Once completed, this facility will not be a temporary space for a single exhibition. It will remain a permanent cultural institution, a legacy of this collaboration where generations to come can engage with the wider heritage of Assam and with visiting collections from across India and the world. This project is not merely an infrastructural effort, it is a cultural responsibility that we are deeply honored to undertake. I believe today's marks not just the signing of a letter of intent, but the beginning of a deeper cultural partnership between Government of Assam and British Museum. The movement of such a treasure textile across continents is not merely logistical, it is symbolic. It reflects trust, friendship, and a mutual respect that binds our democracies and our peoples. I look forward to expanding this cooperation in the years to come through academic exchange, collaborative exhibitions, conservation partnership, and cultural dialogue. Once again, I extend my heartfelt thanks to the leadership and staff of the British Museum, the High Commission of India, scholars, conservators, JSW Foundation, and everyone who has worked tirelessly to this outcome. I must specially mention about Mr. Manoj Badale and Sri Ranjit Bhatthakur. This is a historic moment for Assam, a moment of pride, a moment of reconnection with our heritage, and a moment that will be remembered for generations. Jai Assam, Jai Hind. I intentionally spoke little details so that 1 million people will come during that 6 months to see the, yes. 1 million.
Could I please ask for everyone to move this way?
Yeah, shall we? Yeah, let's go. Okay. Yeah. I'll mirror what you're doing.
Yes, with the signature.
Thank you, sir.
This way, please.
So that everybody can understand. Congratulations. Congratulations, sir. Thank you for your kind words. When all these works happen, you must come when the construction is. I would love to come. Thank you so much. And the leadership of the museum must come when we have the exhibition. Very good. And I'll also give because I have seen that although we have so much talent for you, so I will appreciate good piece so that exhibition of
Mata da apni jate bohi play koi.